take this opportunity to welcome all of you here this evening on behalf of Joan Nalls and her family. We're here tonight to celebrate Jim Nalls' 70th birthday. Jim says it only looks like his 70th. It's really his 60th, he says. But in any event, we're here tonight to pay tribute to Jim Nalls.
Couldn't you get a better MC than this guy?
He's cheap.
We didn't say we want you to talk. We just said we want to pay tribute to you. We'll tell you when you can speak. In all sincerity, we're here to pay tribute to Jim tonight. We're here to honor Jim. Now, I don't know whether you've thought about this or not, but it's going to be a hell of a job. In all sincerity, I think the one that we should pay tribute to, or maybe sympathize with, is Jim's mother, Edna. Edna, my heart goes out to you. You've suffered these many years. I think it's you're to listen, not talk either. You know, and I think it's appropriate that we confide. We're here among Jim's friends, both of them, and the rest of the people here. My heart has gone out to you. You've tried desperately to love Jim these many years, and I know it was very upsetting to you. You put Jim up for adoption, but the adoption agency told you didn't have enough money to pay for it. But really, I think Joan Nalls deserves a lot of credit. Joan was... Thank goodness, Joan, you're the first Nalls who hasn't talked. Joan, just quiet, please. You may get a chance to say something if you keep quiet right now. Joan deserves a lot of credit. She was very apprehensive about tonight. She asked me, she said, Bob, if the only thing we're going to talk about is Jim, don't you think it's going to be very boring? And did you see the invitations? Did you see the invitations they sent out? There was a picture on the invitation. There was a drawing, and it had Jim's name on it. Did you notice what the drawing was? It was a turkey.
Get him on.
But you know...
Get the next act.
Take this and shut up. It was a very busy night for many people. Joan sent the invitations out, and immediately she was deluged with phone calls and telegrams from people she had invited. And one even agreed to come. But true to her word, Joan said that for all of you that came, the check will be in the mail tomorrow. And by the way, Joan, while I think of it, I want to thank you for my check. You were very generous. It was for more than I demanded. You know, I approached many people to be on the program tonight. As the fourth Nalls was piped up. Thank goodness there's not any more of them here. I approached many people to be on the program tonight, and I told them that Joan only had two requirements. One, that the remarks that they make be truthful, and the other, that they be complimentary. One by one, they all cancel. But Jim and I go back a long way. I'm not bragging, I'm confessing. When we were in grade school, 2 years, we did an act in the Blessed Sacrament annual amateur show.
You're not going to do that.
There's another Nalls. Count on it. You know, it's really hard to persevere with so many Nalls in the same room.
Two friends. Mine's from old New York.
I was just going to address that subject. We did an act, and I told Jim I was concerned about us singing. He said, don't worry about it, I'll carry you. The only trouble was he got tired walking up the steps. But you know, Pete, your name is Nalls, and you had an opportunity to get up here, and you turned it down, so you shut up. You want to talk? Here.
Very slowly. I'm doing this just playing golf.
I asked a number of people, such as Pete, to participate, and as I say, they turned it down.
Too bad he wasn't MC.
Jim always had trouble with girls. For years, they made fun of the loud, ugly ties that he wore. They said Jim wore them. There's another Nalls. Any one of you all want to come up here? They said that Jim wore those loud, ugly ties to hide the gravy stains. That wasn't true. It was to hide the spaghetti stains. You know, Jim liked my sister Jean. And for years, Jean's Christmas present to me was that she would promise to go out with Jim once a month. You know what my Christmas present to Jean was? I would help her find excuses so that she wouldn't have to go out with him more than once. Well, finally, Jim met Joan, and naturally it was a blind date. But as was the case with Jim and girls, Joan didn't like him either. So, in an effort to ditch him, she told him that she was part Indian. She said that her mother was a member of the Blackfoot tribe. Well, you know, Jim's a little thick, but he was skeptical. And we decided he'd check that out. So the first time they went swimming, he was very observant. And he told me later, he said, Bob, it isn't true. She's not a genuine Blackfoot. Maybe a little dirt between the toes. And you know, it used to really irritate me that people would say that the only way that Jim Nalls could get a wife was to go out to that Indian reservation in Michigan and offer Joan's father some beads and a blanket. Now, you know, I knew that was absurd because I can vouch for the fact that Jim gave him a war pony and 2 dead chickens. Well, anyway, when they got married, they had sort of a, I guess the Indians would call this a premarital Indian rite of some kind, ritual of some kind. It was like a bachelor's party. First of all, the braves gave him firewater, and then they painted him with this purple war paint, and then they literally scalped him. And you can see that his hair hadn't grown back in yet. Well, then, at the wedding reception, I was really shocked. Some old girlfriends of Jim rushed up to Joan. I thought they were attacking her. But instead, they put a ball and chain on her. They were afraid that Joan might change her mind. This way, they figured they'd ground her. Well, anyway, they left the wedding reception. They were driving to the Poconos in Joan's car, naturally.
Hey, sold it.
Well, on the way, Jim leaned over to give Joan her first kiss. And just as he did, the car hit this icy patch on the road. The car slidded and went off the road and actually turned over. And I asked Joan. Joan said it was the most terrifying, sickening experience of her life. And she said the accident was upsetting too. Well, finally, after many years, Jim and Joan bought this lovely farm up in Emmitsburg, Nalls, and there's a lot of wild pheasants running around there, and they decorated the place with pictures and needlepoint of hunting scenes and pheasants. And we said to Jim, why don't you get a pheasant and mount it? And Jim said, I'm going to, but it has to fit 3 conditions. 1, it has to be shot on my farm. 2, it has to be on a pheasant that my good bird dog, Sam, has horned. And 3, I have to shoot it. Well, it's now 7 years later. There's still a lot of wild pheasants out there. And Sam and Jim have a perfect record. Sam still hasn't pointed a pheasant, and Jim still hasn't shot one. But we haven't given up. We've been trying all sorts of things, and we hope to somehow work it out so that all 3 conditions will be fulfilled. But you know, I want to say this about Jim. Jim has commented many times that he doesn't like to see a girl in cheap clothes, unless it's Joan. And you know, for years he's been bragging, big man, how he runs the house. So I asked Joan if that was true. She said, yes, that's true. He runs the vacuum cleaner, he runs the washing machine, and he runs the errands. But in all seriousness, Jim wouldn't look at another woman. He's too genteel, he's too refined, and he's too old. But you know, I want to give credit to Joan, because she's taken a bad rap for years. People have said that Joan can't take a joke. But look what she married. So at this time, I have a little presentation that I would like to make to the man of the hour. And after he opens it, I'll read the accompanying card.
I open it.
Open that, yeah.
Don't bother saving the wrap.
Best wish.
Don't share it. Be careful. He's gonna see.
Yeah, we need to. Hey, Trish, come open this one.
Cal in charge, Jensen's violent, I know it.
Just open it.
Age is taking its toll. You can tell, man.
George said he wanted to use the paper tomorrow. Okay. Now we got another five. Here you go, Will. Take that home. How big is that box? Don't worry, I got all kinds of tools in it.
As handy as you are.
That's still another dollar, but I enjoyed that comment. Just put those things down the side.
Are you gonna read the card?
Yeah, if you open it.
How much longer are you gonna go up there?
This is a 2-hour tape.
Hey, a pheasant!
And the card reads, Happy birthday to Jim. I had to shoot 3 times, but you made a perfect point on the pheasant. From your dog, Sam.